Namaste and welcome back to the channel on accreditations and nursing education. Today, we are going to see about the long-awaited SOPs, which all the higher education institutes were awaiting. That is the SOPs for the university. And long back, the SOPs for the affiliated colleges for the 2 days online visit was being also circulated by the NAC. So the NAC has officially given the standard operating procedures for both the colleges and the universities. That is, for the colleges, they would be going completely for the online visit, and for the universities, it would be in the hybrid mode. That is both the online as well as the physical, especially in case with the universities. So the NAC has proposed that all the pending visits before the launching of the binary accreditation would be completed. So all the inspections which are pending till date would be completed before the launch of this binary or the basic accreditation, wherein which the HEI has been given the permission to provide the 3 sets of the dates which will be allotted by the NAC for this virtual peer team visit. Of those 3 sets of the dates, one set of the dates will be suggested, and that particular thing should be chosen by the which will be given by the NAC, and further no change would be allowed for that particular date. That's why the HEI should not have any option to choose dates outside that window, which would be given by the NAC. So the standard operating procedures are the guidelines to which the HEIs for this particular online peer team visit to the colleges and as well as for the universities is being mentioned by the NAC. In this SOPs, the NAC is clearly stating that the details of the peer team visit will be known to the HEIs only on the dates of that particular visit. So on the day of the visit only, the NAC would be conveying about the peer team details. So visit would be basically scheduled. The timing of the visit would be from 9:30 to 5:30 p.m. On both the days, as already we discussed for the 2 days in the last video for the colleges. So there would be a meeting link in the MS Team platform, okay, and that would be shared at around 9:25 p.m. on the first day of the visit to the HEIs. And the peer team visit scheduled is also hosted on the NAC website, which we have discussed in the previous video for the one day, that is first day visit is given for the colleges and second day also for the colleges. And in this today's video, we will be also going to see what are the time schedule which is being given for the universities also. So the NAC is stating that there should be a video camera with the HEI, and the peer team members must always keep their cameras to be switched in whenever they are in this virtual meeting which is being scheduled. And then HEI can only present the input, including their supporting documents, which were the part of the SSR, that is especially the QLM matrices during those assessment period. So if the peer team members request, then the HEI can show that the additional or any other relevant supporting document pertaining to those matrices. And if there are any claims made in the SSR, that is in the QLM for that particular assessment period. So during this virtual visit, the HEI should be completely shown a live video through a captured camera which has a GPS or a location enabled, which is being instructed by the peer team. Then HEI has to strictly not allowed to contact any peer team members or any NAC officials except during the online visit for any technical assistance if needed. So HEI is not permitted to contact the peer team members nor the NAC during the period. Only they have to interact with those peer team members. That is during the virtual visit. Then the institution or the HEI has to make its all arrangements, that is the technical, then any operational requirements are there which are required for the online visit. Before the commencement of the visit, all these arrangements need to be done by the HEI. Like for example, there should be a power backup, then online video sharing facility should be also there, and the required internet facility also should be maintained by the higher education institute. Then the HEIs are requested not to organize any cultural programs as a part of a peer team visit, because during the offline visits or the on-site visit, on the day one, the HEI used to organize the cultural programs also. But Now, the NAC is instructing the HEI that no such cultural events need to be organized. Then they inform that the alumni are required to attend this meeting in the physical mode as per the schedule. As the special, this is basically with the universities, because the two people would be visiting to the universities on the on-site, and during that time, alumni, which is a part of a on this visit, peer team visit, both it was before also in the offline mode also, there was an interaction with the stakeholders, of which one of them was the alumni. So in this on-site visit also, alumni are required to attend the meeting in the physical mode, whichever they have given in that schedule. We would be going to see that schedule also. And that meetings, peer team, whatever the meeting would be conducted in these days, and they prepare that particular report. That particular report will be shared by the chairperson to the head of the institute. Okay. And this, so the chairperson of the peer team will share to the head of the institution the peer team report by the email before the closure of the visit. And before this one also, subsequently, a 15-minute discussion also will be scheduled with the head of the institution, then the IQAC coordinator and the peer team will discuss about the report, whatever they have done, what are the factual, any correctness before the finalization of the report. And the same report, when during our on-site visit, that is in the physical mode, the peer team members used to share that report during the exit meeting, that similar type of the report would be prepared by the all the peer team members, and they will discuss before handovering it to the head of the institution. They will discuss on it, they will finalize it, and the finalized draft would be sent to the head of the institution through the email. Then HEIs we should be refraining from giving or providing any some gifts or undue facilities, maybe in the form of any cash or any other medium to any of the peer members. That's why they are telling to adhere with the code of the conduct of the ethics, which is already shared with the higher education institute. So HEI should not pressurize the any peer team members for disclosing any details also. The HEI has been strictly instructed whenever the peer team is visiting. So they are not supposed to pressure the peer members for disclosing their details also. And the HEI should strictly adhere to the confidentiality norms of the process and the outcome of the assessment also. If there is any violation in the code of the conduct of the ethics, would be taken very seriously, and the HEI have to face the penal causes by the NAC, and the action for their after the intimation to the statutory regulatory authorized will be also concerned. So in case of any exigency and any other changes, the decision of the NAC would be the final one. And they are also telling to see the or mail the NAC officials in case of any need. And the additional SOPs, this is a complete SOP which for both the colleges and the university it was. But for the additional SOPs for the university, what the NAC is quoting is that with the above of these given guidelines for the universities, that is in the affiliated colleges, it was completely in the online. But for the universities, where two members of the peer team would be identified by the NAC, and they will be present on the campus of the institution on those given dates. Then all the travel, the accommodation, and including the local travel also would be borne by the NAC only, and that would be coordinated by NAC. Prior to this, that is during the physical visits previously, the transport allowances from the hotel to the higher educational institutes was being borne by the HEI, and the name of the or the list of the peer team members was notified to the higher education institutes 2 or 3 days prior to the visit. Now that particular process has been stopped, and now the NAC would be intimating to the higher education institutes only on the day of the visit only, and HEI will be not knowing anything about who is the peer team members, where are they staying, from where they are coming, that would be not disclosed to the HEI. And even the NAC is advising all the higher educational institute that they have to strictly follow the code of ethics, and during the visit of the peer team members physically, that is the two peer team members, whenever they are visiting to the university, the universities should not offer any gifts like even bouquets, shawls, any mementos, etc. And no any type of formal welcome is also should be done. That is what the NAC has been suggesting this universities. If the violations is there, then it shall lead to the cancellation of the entire process of the accreditation of that particular university and the removal of the peer team members from the NAC SSR database. So these are some of the SOPs for the both affiliated colleges as well as the universities. Thank you for watching, and in the next video, I'll be coming up with the schedule of the universities. Kindly like, share, and comment on the channel. Thank you.